What up, last Sunday? We're back. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's been on the road the last couple episodes. But low key you might see me on the road, you know what I'm saying? You might not see this setup. I might be somewhere else. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, welcome back to Last Sunday, your regular scheduled program every Sunday. You know what I'm saying? We consistent out here. We're trying to be consistent out here. Anyways, it's morning time. Yeah. Feel good this morning, you know what I'm saying? Had a cup, I got my cup of coffee here. And had some toast. If you don't like, you know what I've been eating? Like sourdough bread. Fire. Sourdough bread though? Sourdough bread? Fire. Definitely recommend. That's a 10 out of 10. And a cup of coffee in the morning is a 10 out of 10 as well too. Kind of get your day going, you know what I'm saying? Gets the gears moving. Yeah, you know what I mean? But anyways, it's your boy, you know what I mean? Solo Dolo. Someone told me I gotta stop doing that a lot. I've been doing that. I don't know, it's just natural for me to do it. I apologize if you're listening to the audio and you're like, why is this man always doing that? I'm gonna try to stop doing that. But yeah, man, I've been on the road, you know what I'm saying, on tour, you know what I mean, and I've just been busy, you know. Everybody wants me. No, but like honestly, I'm thinking like, cause it's, if I'm being 100% honest with you guys, it's hard for me to get people to come out here to Ottawa, cause you know your boy lives out in the boonies, and I get it, I understand. So there might be a possibility where I might be, you know, going to them or meeting somewhere, and that's fine. And the great thing about technology and the thing that I have, I can literally take it on the go. So you might see me in a different setup. You might see me at a random house. You might see me outside. Who knows? Cause we outside. No, but but yeah, just, you know, keeping a lookout for that. Either way, you know what I'm saying? Your boy bringing that fire. You know what I'm saying? We're bringing the fire conversation. So it don't matter where we at. I could be outside. I could be at the beach. I could be anywhere. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, enough of that. I wanted to get into something today, man. I was scrolling on a TikTokies, and I stumbled across this guy talking about the strangest secret. Yeah, the strangest secret. And there's this guy, his name is Earl Nightingale. I'm not sure. I think he's an author. I didn't really look into it. I just kind of looked into that video. I was like, some guy was like, listen to this for 30 days. It'll change your life. It'll change your mentality and how you think about everything. So I was like, all right, let me check it out. So I looked it up on the YouTube, you know what I'm saying? And I watched the clip of him talking. It, you know, I don't know. It sounded like a radio station or something, but this was like back in like the 1940s. This man is like probably not alive anymore. But it's just crazy what he was saying, because it still relates to today and your mentality of your mind. And man, like, first of all, if you don't know what that is, go check it out. Go listen to it. I encourage you to really listen to what he says. If you gotta listen to it more than once, listen to it more than once. It is a 30-day challenge that you can listen to it for 30 days straight. It's the same recording. I'm probably not gonna do that, but like whenever I feel how I feel, I probably turn it on and listen to it, because it kind of like gets you right, I guess. Because what he's saying is so crazy, because it's like this battle I've been dealing with my whole life with my mind. I feel like I've been battling with myself my whole life. I feel like a lot of times we get consumed in our mind and these negative thoughts and how we feel. And a lot of times we can project it off of like to other people, you know what I mean? And sometimes it starts with somebody just projecting that onto you. and then it just kind of like, it's like a mentality. It just stays in your head. This negative thinking of, you know, you're never gonna do this, you're never gonna be here, you're never gonna accomplish this. You know what I mean? Working a 9 to 5, and that's what he, and what he was talking about was basically saying like, you seep what you dang man, see I'm messing up. Basically saying like, what you think in your mind is what you become. So, and I feel like it is true, man. There's like scripture in the Bible, you seep what you hope or something like that. There's other things in the Bible like saying like, who believes it will accomplish it through him. It's not probably the exact verse, but there's things in the Bibles. There's things in the Bible. There's you see what is it? Allison just came over here with a reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. You know, I got my girl helping me out. She over here, you know. But yeah, man, he's basically saying like, what you think in your mind is what you become, and what you kind of like go towards. It's so he's saying all these philosophers, they all had these disagreements of different stuff, but there was one thing that they kind of had an agreement to, and it was what you think is what you become, basically. And he talks about how like a lot of times, man, we get comfortable with going to work and just doing the 9 to 5 and just living in conformity of what they want for us. Because in reality, that's what they want for us. They want us to work these 9 to 5. They want us to be stuck in this loop of life, because that's what it is. Until you realize that you're more than that. Until you realize that you have a purpose. And I really feel like that purpose is through God, but also it's through your mentality of how you think. And a lot of times we just get in these, for myself, I feel like I've been dealing with this mental battle of thinking negatively. It's like a legit battle for me, because I don't know why. I'm trying to get out of that. And I know there's other people that are the same way, that just deal with these mental battles with themselves, where they just can't get out of it. You tell yourself these different stuff, like that you're never going to do this, you're never doing that, or this is your life and this and that, blah, blah, blah. So he talks about how like you could take 100 men at the age of 25. All those men they're going to have this drive. They're going to have the passion to chase after dreams and their goals and what they really want to become. But he talks about how like 95 of those men will not do nothing. They'll just be working a job, be broke, and not do nothing with their life. And he talks about there's gonna be a 5%. How there's gonna be like, I think he was saying there's gonna be 4 that live normally, that can be financially stable, and then there's gonna be that 1 that's gonna be successful. And I think on my life, and I think about all the things that I've dealt with in my life, and I think about where I've become now, and I really feel like it's through the grace of God of like where I'm at, because I feel like I'm the type of person where I can be in these mental stumps where I just feel like depressed and I'm down on myself, and I feel like God has a hand over my life and where he wants to guide me. There's a reason why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I feel like I've always had this mentality of clinging on to older men, as far as like role models. And because like I didn't really have much of role models growing up. Like, a lot of times, you know, my brothers were in and out of jail and stuff like that. Not saying that they weren't. They would spit wisdom to me. You know what I mean? They do have wisdom. It was just like I would like look at these other different men outside of my family and kind of cling to what they have for me. You know what I mean? Because I was a young adult, and I'm still young. But I feel like I'm in a time where I feel like God is making me the man. I feel like I'm becoming a man, and I want to be that role model. You know what I mean? And I feel like he's kind of like getting me to that point to where I am that role model. And I feel like where it starts first is your mind. And I feel like that's why I stumbled across this video, and that's why I feel like all this stuff is just, it's part of a purpose. And I think that when you get in these mindsets, I think that your mind is the biggest, probably first step for you to change yourself and to become successful. And I feel like hand in hand, what works with that is working out and going to the gym, because that better helps your mind. But I think it all starts at one place, and that is really what you think. And he also goes to talk about how like a farmer can have. He refers to the land as the mind, as a farmer, like the land only gives you what you put in it. So he talks about how like if he takes a good, like a corn, like a good seed, and he takes one that's like a poisonous seed, right? He plants both of them down. Whatever you give the land is going to give it back to you. So it's like whatever you're planning in your mind is going to give that back to you. If you're planning in your mind that you're never going to lose weight, you're going to keep working the same job that you hate working, you're never going to do this, you're never going to do that, your life is terrible. It's like your mind is the land. It's going to produce what you're giving it. And you got to like get out of that. You got to get out of that. You got to get out of that, because once you plant this goods, you plant, like your mind is good soil. It's soil. Like it basically is soil. It's like, it's ready to grow. And it's really, you just have to be the one to give it the good energy to prosper. And I feel like once you change your mentality, you start seeing these things. You start working, you start losing weight. You start giving 100% of your job. Things start changing when you change your mind and your mentality. And I've been on this journey of changing my mind and trying to really think positively. He also talks about how like you should really manifest what you see. Like if you have a goal in your life, right? He says to write it down, put it in your pocket, and look back at it. So if you want to be a doctor, you want to do this, you want to do that, write down your goal and what you want to become. And as he said that, I was thinking to myself, like, what is my goal in life? And I struggle with this because I'm like, I feel like it's hard to pinpoint where I want to be. But also, like, me and Allison were talking about it because I told her how I felt. And I think, honestly, truly, my goal in life is to retire young and to own a ranch. Like, that's my goal. But I feel like the way for me to get to that point is to really change my mentality and my mind. And then in turn work on the things I'm working on, like last Sunday, helping other people. All these things, I feel like they're all just gonna come into place. So my main focus right now, honestly, for me to get to that point, to be financially stable and to retire young and own a ranch and all that, is to kind of give 100% to my job as far as being focused and on point of my work, just because I look at it like a stepping stone. And sometimes you need these stepping stones in your life. Sometimes you do have to work these jobs that you don't want to work to get to where you want to be. And he also talks about how you should save 10% of your checks. So I've been starting to do that. Take 10% off the top, put it away. Take 10% every single paycheck down to the cent, and then round up, like legit. And and put that away, man. Put it towards something that you want to do, something in your life. I feel like a lot of times we have extra money, man. We got extra money, and we really just spend it on things that we don't need. And I'm guilty of that. I feel like a lot of times we just, you know what I'm saying? My problem is going out to eat. Like, it's tough, man. Like, I like to sit down and eat some food, or I just like to, you know what I mean? And it's comfortability, and it's something I'm trying to get out of. Me and Allison are trying to get out of. And take that 10% off the top of the check, man. Put it away to the side. Work on your dream. Figure out what your goal is in life and trying to work towards that. Because if not, you're just stuck in a loop. You gotta have something that you want in your life that's gonna move you towards something. A goal, you know. And I've been really trying to get to that point where I already know my goal, but I'm really just trying to get to that point where I'm going to use my job for a stepping stone. And sometimes you got to do that, man. You know, it sucks, you know, you don't want to work this job. You got that boss that, you know, that doesn't really care about you, just looks at you as another number or whatever. And I understand that. I've been in those situations. But I guarantee you, if you change your mindset every single time you go into work and think positively, like today's going to be a good day, I'm not really too worried about it. I'm not going to let other people's energy affect me. I'm going to, you know, be humble in my responses. Sometimes too, the best thing to do when someone wants to disrespect you or just feel a type of way to you or talk to you a certain way is to show humbleness. And I know it's tough because a lot of times we want to get in that, you know, man, who you talking to, bro? You know what I'm saying? But you got to get in that humbleness because I feel like that just shows character. It shows character. And I would give you advice to do that when you're at your workplace and you have these bosses that don't care about you, talk rude to you. Show humbleness. Work harder. You know what I mean? Do things before, like if you know your job and it's the same thing every day, do stuff before the boss tells you to do it. Because they're going to see that like, dang, I was going to tell him to do this, but he already did it. It's stuff like that kind of like shows your hard work. And I would just say do that, man. Do that. Bring that mentality into your workplace. But look at it like I'm giving 110% to this job because I know in turn it's gonna take me where I want to go. It's gonna take me to my goal. I'm gonna use this money for a stepping stone to go towards my goal. And that's I really feel like a lot of times we look at jobs like it's forever. Look at it temporary. This is where I'm gonna work. This is where I work. Yeah, I work here, but also this is gonna get me to where I want to do. You know what I mean? And sometimes, like, I feel like we use jobs like, oh, they're using me, like I'm just another number. No, use them. Use that money to do what you want to do. Like, don't look at it the other way. Like, I'm gonna get this bread over here, work this job, and then I'm gonna make these moves once I save enough bread. And be loyal, man, and stay consistent at your workplace, you know what I mean? Because you never know how high you can get into work. And if you are working a job that you do love and you want to be there, I really feel like changing your mentality and your mindset of how you look at work can really help you in your workplace. Kevin Gates talks about how, like... Yeah, Kevin Gates talks about, he be spending some real stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie, Kevin Gates really does. But he talks about how, like, a lot of people have this mentality saying, like, oh, I gotta go to work, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. But if you change that to, I get to do this, I get to go to work, I get to have grass to cut, I get to wake up and go and drive my car to wherever I need to go. Because a lot of people don't get to do that. If you change that mentality of you get to go to work, you get to earn an income, you get to support your dream. Work is just a way to support your dream. That's how you should look at it. Real talk. It should really be a stepping stone to get to where you want to be. And if that takes 2 or 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, okay. That's fine. You know what I mean? And you just got to have that mentality, because that's just like where I look at, like, my job right now. What's my goal in life? I want to retire young. You know, I want to own a ranch. How can I get there? I got a job that it's a union job. It's going to pay me well. It's going to pay me well once I'm fully vested in the union, 6 months, I'm making good money. What is that going to help me? You got to break it down. What is that going to do for me? That money is going to support what I want to do. And that's what you have to look at it like. You know what I mean? But obviously when you're there at work, give it 110% work. You know what I mean? And it's tough sometimes too, because I know I've been in those work environments where, like, you know, the bosses don't care about you and stuff like that. But show humbleness, you know what I mean? And you show humbleness, I feel like they're going to see that. And you show dedication to your work. There's no other way that they're not going to see that. You know what I mean? They're probably going to tell you, you seem different. Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And just be like, I'm ready for work today. You know, you just have that mentality of, I get to go to work to support my dream. And that's how I really feel like you should do what you should do. But also too, man, we got to get out of the mentality of when you have kids, like, you can't do nothing no more. You can. You just lazy. That's really what it is. It's just, you know what I'm saying? And I'm the same way, bro. I'm lazy, man. I don't want to be doing nothing. Like, if I could just be at home and not do nothing all day, I would do that. But also, I know that that's not what I'm made for. I'm made we're made for more than just not doing nothing. We're literally made to work on land, to live sustainably, to feed our children, to show our children how to work on the land. That's really what we're made for. We're made for God, but like in the beginning, that's what it was. It was people living on land, living together, growing their own food, doing stuff like that. And I feel like we're designed by God to be in community together as one, and being together, working towards living sustainably. And you know, that's what I'm trying to do. I want to live sustainably, man. I'm really trying to get out of the hump of thinking that everything's work, like I said in the last one. But you know, everything takes time. Everything's a process. You know, you're gonna have these thoughts that are negative when you're even working towards that. But I guarantee, I would encourage you to listen to that, The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. That's Elias. He's awake. He just woke up, so you might hear him screaming. But yeah. So I would encourage you guys to do that, man. Change your mindset. Really, really change your mindset. Put that 10% away to support your dream. Look at your job like a stepping stone to support where you want to go. And show humbleness wherever you are. Show humility. I feel like is the key. Like, it's crazy. Like, you think about Jesus and we think about how he was. Like, this man right here was like, people didn't like him. You know what I mean? He had haters. Jesus had haters. And we think about, like, he could have really got into some scrapples. He could have really got into people's face like he did. But, you know, Peter was kind of that ride or die. And he, he always showed humbleness. And I feel like that just shows character. That just shows that you have the control not to let someone affect your emotions. I talk about the movie Zootopia. How the fox says that never let them see that they got to you. And that's something that, like, is crazy from a cartoon movie. Like, you can't let them show that they got to you. You can't, because that means they have control over you. You just can't. You gotta show humbleness. You gotta show humility. You have to be the bigger person, because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, that person is gonna realize how they were acting. And I'm like, man, I should have never done that. And they're probably gonna come back around and apologize. So I feel like a lot of times you just gotta be humble in everything that you do, because that's just the right way to do. But yeah, man, I really hope that I encourage you guys today. This is gonna be a short one, but like I said before, you might see me on the road. You know, you might see me, you know, shooting at a different location, at somebody's house or whatever. But I look at it like this is what I have to do to to support my dream. Like, and it's crazy because like I remember I was talking to Allison yesterday, and I'm like, I'm low key running out of guests to come on last Sunday. I'm at that stage where I'm figuring out what I have to do, and I'm honestly to the point where like all that's just an excuse. It is. It really is an excuse, and I don't need that. I don't need that. And I feel like that's just the enemy trying to get me out my pivot and have me overthinking and doing stuff like that. You know. It's all part of God's purpose and plan. You know, maybe right now, me saying what I said right now, maybe God wanted you to listen to this to encourage you, and really it's yeah, because it's all part of His plan, you know. And I really feel like it was like what David was saying on the last episode. Like, He's our Father. He looks at us like our children, and I feel like a lot of times we get in this mentality like of we're just bad people, and he doesn't want nothing to do with us. But even when He doesn't want nothing to do with us, for some reason, He's still guiding us the right direction. Even when we're at our lowest. Because I remember times when I was down, and I never thought I was gonna get out of these things. And I look at my life now, and I'm like, wow, like, thank you. Like, I'm really blessed, you know. And we take it for granted, man. We take it for granted. Yeah. But thank you guys for listening to last Sunday. I appreciate it. Your boy, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I might be in the road. Also, I wanted to say, if you haven't checked out MMA Amateur Report, go check it out. If you're into MMA, you're into UFC, anything, we talk a little bit about boxing as well. Go check it out. Go listen to it. Yeah, go listen to it. It's a fire. Me and my brother do it. It's a good, and now this summer we're doing the video. We're gonna do YouTube. Right now we're not really sure if it's gonna be a podcast or just YouTube based. I'm kind of leaning more to the YouTube, but I don't know. But either way, I want you guys to go check that out. It is good, you know, good if you're really into MMA, UFC, anything fighting based. But besides that, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. I really hope that you know, I encouraged you guys today and made you think about something. So thank you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.